Oui, comme ça. ¿Qué puedo hacer con vos? ¿Qué puedo hacer con vos?
Muy buenos días, muchachos. Thank you for joining us. Today we are going to learn about the preterite of AR verbs. So the preterite is talking about the past. Okay, so we're going to use preterite as a completed past action. Think of it like this. CPA. Completed past action. Say it with me. CPA. CPA. I got you guys, I got you. Cool. So these are actions that are completed. So basically, all of these actions are from Finland because they're Finnish. So let's think about some examples of completed past actions in English. I think I'm going to let the Beatles take this one. Preterite verbs follow the same conjugation rules. So every verb has a stem and an ending. So you're just going to keep your stem and you're just going to change the ending, just like regular verbs that you do in the present. This time it's with different endings for the preterite. The endings for the preterite are aste, o, amos, aron. Let's check out an example with hablar. Yo hablé, tú hablaste, él habló, nosotros hablamos, ellos hablaron. Hablé con Paco ayer. Oh, ¿hablaste con Paco? Sí, hablé con él. Oh, ¿él habló de mí? No, hablamos de la clase de español. ¿Por qué no hablaron de mí? Let's check out some cosas peculiares. Now you'll notice that the yo and the singular forms of the AR preterite verbs have an accent mark on the last vowel. Those are very important to keep there, because if you don't have them, then it means something else. For example, you have hable and hablé. Well, hable is actually subjunctive. We don't really know that yet, but it definitely does not mean hablé, as in I talked yesterday. Also, if you say hablo or habló, not only is the subject different, but the time period is different. So, yo hablo, I talk today or every day. DP habló would be a singular subject, and it happened in the past. Let's check out stem changing verbs. So you need to separate stem changing verbs from the present and the preterite. Just know, stem changing verbs in the present, we use them as E to IE, O to UE, and E to I. But in the preterite, AR verbs do not stem change. Do not stem change. I repeat, AR verbs are preterite, no stem change, no so for you. So for example, if you take the verb pensar, if you're talking in the present, I think, you think, we think, there is a stem change, E to IE. So here are the forms of the present tense. But if we're talking about I thought yesterday or he thought yesterday, no stem change. You just take the stem, add the ending, and you do not stem change in the preterite for AR verbs. Now let's check out some reflexive verbs. Reflexive verbs, basically, are verbs that one does to themselves. All reflexive verbs need reflexive pronouns before the conjugated verb. Here are those reflexive pronouns. Me, te, se, nos, and se. Great news! Reflexive verbs are used the same way with the preterite as they are in the present. You just put the reflexive pronouns before the conjugated verb, and as opposed to talking in the present, you can say it in the past. Let's check out a verb, for example, the verb alistarse, to get ready. Every day, me alisto, te alistas, DP se alista. Great, but yesterday, me alisté, te alistaste, DP se alistó. Now, if we put a reflexive verb and a present stem change verb together, remember, same way you're going to use it. You use the reflexive pronoun and you do not stem change. For example, let's check out despertarse, to wake up. In the present, me despierto, te despiertas, DP se despierta. But yesterday, me desperté, te despertaste, DP se despertó. That reminds me of my foot. It would do anything to get a date. That's why it's a despertó. Now let's take a look at some funky verbs. Any verb that ends in car, gar, sar. Let's look at sacar. I'm gonna get you, sacar! The yo form only is going to make a spelling change. So normally you would take the sac and then you would put the e sound on it. But according to the pronunciation rules, that's not how you say it. That word is pronounced sase. Like, ooh, this spaghetti is very sase. So in order to get the k sound, sake, we need to use qu. So we're going to change the c to a qu. Just like you would ask, ¿Qué estás haciendo? ¿Qué es eso? The QUE is how you get the K sound. Pagar. If you have pag and then e, that is actually pronounced pahe. But that's not what we want. We put the U in there, so now it's pagué. Last one. The Z changes to a C. Why? Who knows? Probably because they're listening to the age-old saying, which is Z-E, you will never see. Z-E, you will never see. Z-E, you will never see. Z-E, nunca se ve. Z-E, nunca se ve. Z-E, nunca se ve. Boom, you got it. And that is how we do preterite AR verbs. Stay tuned for ER and IR verb endings